Welcome all, welcome all. I am your host, Double P of Premier Sports Talk. Welcome all to another segment, another edition of Premier Sports Talk. What's happening? I hope all is well, and may you receive a blessing today. My ask is that you can help the channel and bless me so that you will receive a blessing back double-fold. That's right. How can you bless me? You can bless me by hitting that thumbs up button. You can bless me by dropping your comments in the chat, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, on this particular segment of Premier Sports Talk. I am the host, Double P, and you can bless me by subscribing and sharing the channel with a friend or a family member. Again, I'm Double P, host of Premier Sports Talk. But in this particular segment, we're going to speak on a heated debate that's occurring because Floyd Mayweather decided to come out of retirement and is supposed to be fighting in the month of September. So we got this greatest boxers ever debate coming on. So I'm going to touch on that. On another segment, we're going to speak on the truth of what's going on with a particular wide receiver with the San Francisco 49ers. We got some inside the locker room truth. Some real talk, y'all. Y'all just got to wait till you hear this one. It kind of made my ears twitch when I heard it. Then we're going to talk about the WNBA. You know, me personally, during the regular season, I like to watch the WNBA actually a little bit more than the NBA. I like watching the men's NBA during the playoff time. I like watching the women's WNBA during the regular season. It seems like they play a lot harder all throughout the game. But there was a big agreement that just hit that the WNBA wasn't having it, but now they decided there's an agreement that took place. And then I'm going to close out with, in this particular segment, why didn't the Cleveland Browns make a certain decision on a particular individual? The question is why, y'all? Why didn't they make a certain decision? We're going to tap into up to Cleveland up there. All right. So I'm gonna get in with it. I ain't gonna be too long with it. And again, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button whenever you watch this live feed. I'm Double P, host of Premier Sports Talk. So like I said, that first thing I want to talk about is, since Floyd Mayweather is coming out of retirement, there's a new debate heating up of who the greatest boxer ever is. So I found this on X and Twitter, and they're giving us some of the top boxers ever in history. And what the question is I have for you all is, who is your greatest boxer of all time in your lifetime, or even before your lifetime? Who was your greatest boxer? So I'm gonna start down here. I can't even pronounce this man's name. He went 21-0. Last name Usyk, U-S-Y-K. I ain't even gonna try to butcher up the first name. Coming in at number 8, 49-0, Rocky Marciano. Now, whoever did this greatest boxer list, I'm kind of baffled. How do you go 49-0 and you're only listed as number 8 on this particular greatest boxers of all time? Now, this I'm gonna give a special shout out to, called Fight Stoke here on X, and he got this greatest boxer list of all time. At number 7, now I watched this man in my lifetime fight a lot of fights. Sugar Ray Leonard. Boy, the best fight I ever seen of Sugar Ray is when he fought Roberto Duran, and Roberto Duran quit in the fight. They fought twice. Sugar Ray lost the first one. They had a mandatory rematch. Sugar Ray came back, put a barrage of punches on Roberto Duran, and Roberto Duran was like, no more, no more, no more, no more. How many of you all remember that? How many of you all actually saw that fight? Will you let me know down in the comments? Now, number 6, I've only been able to see this particular boxer fight on video footage. Sugar Ray Robinson. I think, he really favored, Sugar Ray really favored Sugar Ray Robinson's fight style. Now, another bad man was, until he got hurt, ranked that, until he started taking a lot of, once he got knocked out in a fight, he wasn't really the same after that. But he was also a bad man, Roy Jones Jr. Man, now what's blowing my mind on this particular list, y'all, this man had a total of 76 fights. So if I got punched in the head that many times, I wouldn't have it all together either. I would not have it all together either if I got punched that many times. And if y'all agree or disagree with this list, y'all let me know down in the comments. Again, 1, who your favorite boxer of all time is, and 2, where would you rank them? If you agree with the list, you disagree with the list, and whoever your favorite boxer is, let me know down in the chat who you think should be the greatest boxers in their rankings and where they should be ranked at. At number 4, Canelo Alvarez. He ain't retired yet. He had a lot of damn fights too, y'all. Wow. 64 fights. He went 60 wins, 2 ties, and 2 losses. The latest fight he just had, when he fought Terrence Crawford, nobody was giving Terrence Crawford a chance to beat him because of the weight division he was in, and he came all the way up to fight in Canelo Alvarez division, and he beat TA. Sorry, y'all fans of Canelo. Y'all can't dispute it. Terrence Crawford went toe-to-toe with Canelo Alvarez and unanimously won that fight. Y'all gotta let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know. All right, at number 3, with a total of 61 fights, scoring 56-5, Muhammad Ali, the rope-a-dope, fight like a butterfly, sting like a bee. To me, he was one of the greatest. He was one of the greatest. Now, if you think if we can fight all these fighters was able in their prime at this present day, that's a good question. Of all these boxers listed on these greatest boxers of all time, and you can match them all up in their prime to fight one another, who would you pick to be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world of all time? They got Muhammad Ali number 3 on this list. I don't agree with that. In Muhammad Ali's prime, I don't see none of these other boxers beat Muhammad Ali. I don't. You know what? I need to ask Gemini. I need to ask ChatGPT to list the top 10 boxers of all time. So I don't know where this list came from. I got to do an investigation on this. I got to do an investigation on this. I just don't understand it. How they got Terrence Crawford above Muhammad Ali? Now, I like Terrence Crawford, but he don't need to be above Muhammad Ali. Now, Floyd Mayweather's coming out of retirement. There's some posts going around on social media. He's 50-0. And when y'all, I'm gonna drop a little secret here, y'all. Double P, the Premier Sports Talk, I'm gonna drop a little secret here. I went against, and you would think I'd have learned my lesson. I went against Floyd Mayweather every fight he fight. And I had some holes in my pocket. Every fight I went against Floyd Mayweather. It wasn't a lot of coins I lost, but I lost. And this particular time, Floyd Mayweather, I'm gonna say he's smart about this. He's smart about this one because he's coming out of retirement, but he's fighting somebody he already beat. Now, I would have been more impressed if he would have came out of retirement and asked Terrence Crawford, challenged Terrence Crawford. I would have been more impressed with Floyd Mayweather coming out of retirement, and when he beat Canelo, Canelo was just up and coming. But asked to fight Canelo, Floyd Mayweather come out of retirement, and Pacquiao accepted to fight him again. Now here's something you may not know. Something you may not know. Yes, Floyd Mayweather's coming out of retirement to fight Manny Pacquiao again. So everybody's probably pretty assuming that Mayweather's going to BTA Pacquiao again. But Pacquiao's really serious about attempting to win this fight against Mayweather. I'm not going to go against Mayweather this fight. The one time I don't go against him, I wonder if somehow Pacquiao beat him. What do y'all think? Do y'all think Pacquiao got a chance? Drop it down in the comments whether you agree or disagree if Pacquiao got a chance. Now, Pacquiao already came out on social media and dropped the bomb and said that when Mayweather contacted Pacquiao, he said that Mayweather asked for their fight to be an exhibition match. Pacquiao turned it down and told him that the only way that he would fight Mayweather is if it be a real fight to make him finally have one loss in his illustrious career. So next, I want to drop into my next segment. I'm going to drop into the WNBA. There was an agreement that just took place today. I'm going to drop that down there, drop that information. Then I'm going to tap into one big trade that I really think is going to make a difference for an NFL team. And I'm going to close it out with what the bad decision I feel. Well, I ain't so bad decision. I think it was a business decision. But what many of the Cleveland brands feel, the Browns made a really horrible decision by not doing a certain thing. So like I said, I'm going to bring up the WNBA. The WNBA, today, they came into an agreement. They had turned down the previous collective bargaining agreement for the WNBA. They couldn't come to an agreement. It's coming down to the wire. There was a possibility of the WNBA players striking out for the season and not wanting to play because they couldn't come to an agreement. A lot of people thought it was going to go that way, but for all of us that are WNBA fans, good news. And here's the agreement. And let me know if this agreement that was made, I need y'all to let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree that the WNBA players sell themselves short, or do you think it's good for a start? Because they got a little cheddar, y'all. And this is Shams Chanero of ESPN. He covered the WNBA sports news and WNBA sports news. It says the details of a landmark WNBA collective bargaining agreement per ESPN sources. It says the new salary cap is starting at $7 million, which is up from $1.5 million. So the WNBA teams, all the teams that are in the WNBA, their salary cap rose $1.5 million. Why is that so important? Because with the salary cap getting raised with the WNBA, a total of $1.5 million, that means that the WNBA can expand if they want to have some expansion teams new come along, and they can raise the salaries of the WNBA players, because right now there is a horrible disparity between the WNBA players and what they get paid and the salaries of the NBA players. So, like I just said, the salary cap got raised $1.5 million in the WNBA to $7 million. The average revenue shares, they says, nearly went up 20% across the board. Revenue shares is all the revenues from when the games are played on no matter what platform is shown on. ESPN, TNT, Prime, Paramount, Peacock, all those revenue shares. The players get the team gets the share, which trickles down to the players. It says the Supermax contract is starting at $1.4 million, which is good. Now it says, which is really good news for the WNBA players, you know, I think it could have been done a lot more, but it says that the average salary in range of 600K minimum which the average salary for a WNBA player was 300K. So the minimum salary of any WNBA player coming in off the draft, their minimum salary is 600K, which is they doubled it because it used to be 300K. So it's over $500,000 right there. 600K. That's a good thing, y'all. So how do y'all feel about that? Do you like what the players agreed to? Let me know if you agree with any of this. Let me know who your favorite WNBA team is. Let me know, because I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Double P want to know. So will you let me know? Again, you can help this live feed get pushed out. If you could, 1, hit that thumbs up button. If you could, 2, drop your comments on any of this information that I'm dropping here. Because if you didn't know, now you know. From the host, Double P, host of Premier Sports Talk. Help us, help us, help us. Like, comment, share the channel, and subscribe. Be a blessing, be a blessing. And it's all free. It's all free. What I'm going to get into here next, I'm going to talk about a big trade that occurred. A big trade that occurred recently. There's something that just dropped right before I came online today. It's about 4 p.m. here on a Wednesday. And it says, here go to Bleachers Report. The Dolphins, they traded for Jalen Waddle, who was with the Miami Dolphins. Per Adam Schefter, this trade, let's see who got what. It says the Denver Broncos received Waddle and a 4th-round pick. And Miami receives, which is really good right here, y'all. Miami receives a 1st-round draft pick number 30 in the 1st round overall. They get a 3rd-round pick, man, and they get a 4th-round pick. That's really good. You want to know why I say this is really good? There's something called information download, and the Miami Dolphins, they done. I wonder. Reason why I got a chuckle here. You know, they just traded for Malik Willis, who's going to be the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. But I wonder if he's regretting now going to Miami Dolphins, because Miami Dolphins did a yard sale and got rid of all their players. They starting from scratch. I just don't understand this, y'all. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. Now it's showing right here, which I don't understand it. Adam Schefter is giving this particular information here. It says the Miami Dolphins dead money for this season is now over. Man, breaking news just popped. I got to check it out later. Miami Dolphins dead money for this particular season is now over $175 million. Man, who says these NFL owners ain't got no money or they can't do something? The Dolphins alone, this is going to tie into the next segment. The Miami Dolphins alone for this season in 2026, they have over $175 million dead cap money. Why do they have it? They let go of Tua. They cut Tua. They owe Tua still $50 million. They owe Tyreek Hill $20 million. They owe Jalen Waddle $26 million. This is guaranteed money that they get. Jalen Ramsey, safety, playing with my Pittsburgh Steelers. They owe him $20 million. Mika Fitzpatrick, they owe him $13 million. Bradley Chubb, they owe him over $10 million. Teron Armstead, they owe him $10 million. James McDaniel, if you round up, they owe him $5 million. Zach Wilson, oh my goodness, he's still collecting over $3 million. Alec Ingold, I don't even want to know how this is coming out my mouth. Small change. Miami Dolphins still owe him $2 million. Janu Smith, who was playing for my Pittsburgh Steelers, but they let him go. Miami Dolphins still owe him $1.7 million. And the Steelers still owe Janu Smith whatever money they owe him for letting him go. Nick Westbrook, he's still over $1.5 million. Matthew Judon over $1.4 million. Jason Sanders, $66K. Cam Smith, 50 round up, over $500K. And Muhammad Khmer, $160K. So which leads me into this next segment. How can a team, when they have a player that they don't want, how can an owner say they can't afford it? How can an owner say they can't afford it when we see, just showed it to you in black and white, can't dispute it. Miami Dolphins owe $175 million for 2026 to players. But let's check this out. There's a team in the AFC North is saying that they couldn't afford to get rid of a certain player that they owe money to. But it's funny how my Miami Dolphins cut too. They owe him $50 million. Atlanta Falcons released Kirk Cousins. They owe him millions of dollars. The Jets cut Justin Fields. No, Justin Fields got traded to the Kansas City Chiefs. Who else was out there? Kyler Murray got cut. Kyler Murray's owed $1 million. But so if the other owners from these teams are able to do it, why is it? Let's just listen. And I really need y'all to let me know, why is it that this particular team says they can't let go of their quarterback?
Know that these other guys with the Browns, I think they thought those guys still had some value.
Well, Watson is the big one here.
Yeah.
And the fact that he is still here, that is their belief, is that you keep pushing it down the road,
right? Because
the cap expands, so the percentage that it eats up is smaller every year.
Yes.
In theory, it makes sense, but in this instance, I think Miami did it exactly right. That's what I was advocating for last year.
Right.
Cut him. Don't tell me you can't cut him.
Yeah.
You can.
They can.
I said that all last year. As soon as he tore his Achilles, the contention window with that group ended. Now, it ended before that when we saw how horrible he was on the field. But it ended for sure when he was driven off the field on the cart. That was it. Cut him. I talked about it before. I had people tell me it was like a dark cloud was lifted off the facility. The owner said it was a swing and a miss, and he's still here. And now you're telling me he could be the starting quarterback again? It's insane. They should have cut him last year. They could have reworked it to where they could have broken the hit up over 2 years. Don't tell me it can't be done. It can. Miami just proved that it can.
Well, Miami did it. Denver did it with Russell Wilson.
You rip the Band-Aid off in one shot. You take your lumps because they were never going to be good last year. They were never going to be good.
Yeah.
We knew they weren't going to be good. So if you cleansed sort of the cap and the books a little bit on this reset, like it just feels like it's a death by a million paper cuts by doing it this way, to keep extending this out, to keep pushing this out, to keep them around, to keep them in the bill. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
And it doesn't make any sense to me either. It doesn't make any sense to me either. Make it make sense. When the other NFL owners and teams got rid of their players that they wanted to move on from, they just, took it to the chin. I actually want to say took it to their pocket, took it in their bank account, and got rid of their high-profile players and all their big-time salaries. Why couldn't the owner, Jimmy Haslam, do the same thing and just cut ties? Feel the pain now and heal along the way. Y'all hear what I said? Feel the pain now and heal along the way. So again, what I dropped today on Premier Sports Talk is I had the segment where we covered the greatest fighters of all times. I need you to put in the chat, let me know who your greatest fighter is of all time. Let me what you think about Money Mayweather coming out of retirement and not challenging Canelo again, or Terence Crawford, who also just retired. Do you think Money Mayweather is going to beat Pacquiao down again? Or do you think Pacquiao may upset him and ruin Mayweather's undefeated record? In the second segment, I covered the WNBA making an agreement in the collective bargaining agreement. And then I closed with the Cleveland Browns and that particular owner not following his other peers, owners of other NFL teams, cutting ties with their high-profile, big big-time salary quarterbacks. But Jimmy Haslam didn't do the same. What do y'all think? Do you think they should have cut him? I need y'all to let me know. Thank you for blessing the channel. Thank you for watching. And like I said, it's free. If you can hit that thumbs up button, drop your comments in good, bad, or indifferent. Share the channel. And if it's your first time watching, subscribe. On the path to 4,000 subscribers. I think I need 30 more. Become a part of the Premier Sports Talk family. Sit at the Premier table. I do live weekly errands. One for sure. Sometimes I do 3. But I'll see you when I see you. And thank you for blessing me. And may you receive blessings back double fold. May you receive blessings back double fold. I'm Double P, host of Premier Sports Talk. Y'all have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. See you when I see you.